Hello all of you. Again we are back to the chapter number 11, that is emerging issues in the Indian economy, and today we are going to study about the topic that is effects of migration. As in the last lecture we have already seen what is the meaning of the migration. In that we have studied migration means moving from one place to the another place, and the people are moving because of the occupation, they are moving because of the business, they are moving for having a better opportunity, so they are transferring from the one place to the another place. So in this current video, in this current lecture, we are going to learn what are the effects of the migration. See, migration is having two effects, that is again a positive effects and the negative effects. Effects means what? Somewhat the migration is having a positive effects, means they are having advantages also, and here are somewhat the disadvantages of the migration. So let us first of all see what are the positive effects of the migration. Just because of the migration, what are the changes being taken in the Indian economy that we are going to study in this. The first one point is the growth of the income. When the person is again shifting from the rural to the urban area, that person is again getting a work not only from the rural to the urban area, this is shifting from the city to the metropolitan city, their ultimate income gets increases. And if the income gets increases, ultimately that person is getting a more income. If the person is living alone in the metropolitan city and is again sending that income towards to his family who is living in the urban area, or who is living in a semi-urban area, or you can say living in a town or in a village, then that person can send his part of an income to his family. And again the family could invest that income in agriculture or in any other occupation or in any other business which they are doing in the rural area. So ultimately we can say the part of the income increases at both places. Where the person is being migrated, he is getting again a higher income, and the person to the family members who are living in the rural area, even they are getting an income of that person who is migrated in the urban area. So here both the part the income is getting increased. And once the income get increases, ultimately the per capita income of the person get increases. With that, the living standard of the person also get increases, which will directly have an impact on the economic development of the country. The second advantage or the second positive aspect or positive effect which the migration is having on our Indian economy is contribution towards a faster economic development. Now, how the contribution is again done in the faster economic development? Suppose if a person is shifting from our Indian country to any other foreign country. So he is going to get a dollar or whatever income in the foreign currency only. Suppose he is shifting to America, he is going to get a dollar. Or suppose if he is shifting to any other country where the currency is again different. So that person will be getting a currency of that particular country where that person is again getting migrated. He is getting migrated to the America, he is going to get a dollar. Now he is going to send somewhat a part of a dollar to his family who is living in India. So the family who is living in India who is going to receive the dollar, means again we are going to get the currency of other country. Now that parent who are living in India of that particular person will be getting a dollar, and that dollar will be given to a foreign exchange bank. Ultimately the currency of foreign country will get increase in our country, which will again contribute towards to the faster economic development of our country. So in this manner we can say when the person is again shifting from our country to another country, then ultimately the currency of that particular country is again shifted to our country, which is again increasing the economic development of our country. He is sending a dollar, that dollar will be converted into the rupees. Once the dollar is again being received by the Indian government could use that dollar in anywhere in the import. So in this manner we can say the development is taking place just because of the migration. So this way again we can see the positive effects and the positive aspects of the migration. Let us study what are the negative effects of the migration. There are four effects of the migration in a negative manner. Unregulated urbanization, shortage of the infrastructure facilities, problems of the environmental pollution and the social evils. Moving with the first one, that is unregulated urbanization. See, there is no limit of the migration. The people who are shifting from the rural area to the urban area or from the semi-urban area to the metropolitan cities, they are less trained or they are uneducated. Now if they are shifting from one place to another place without any kind of skills, without any kind of education, so it is very difficult to get a work opportunities to the particular area where they are shifting. So ultimately we can say the unregulated urbanization is taking place. There is no regulation, the person is again shifting from the rural to the urban area or from the semi-urban area to the metropolitan cities. They are not aware about the facilities, they are not aware about the education opportunities, they are not aware about anything. because they don't have education at their hand. They are less trained. They don't have any kind of, you can say, awareness regarding any of those things. So that is again a reason why there is an unregulated urbanization seen when the person is again moving from one place to the another place. Second reason is again shortage of the infrastructural facilities. Now suppose if the person is moving from one place to the another place, that person requires a number of other things. He is required again facilities of the communication, transportation, insurance. So how could a government would increase the facilities when the person is again moving from one place to another? There is no fixed ratio of the people moving from one state to the another state, from one city to the another city. So it's very difficult for the government to increase the infrastructural facilities as well. Take an example, suppose from the Rajkot you are going to shift to the Mumbai. Now ultimately the population of the Mumbai get increases. Now with the population increment, there will be a need of the infrastructure facilities. Infrastructure facilities like you can say roads are there, transportation facilities there, bridges are there, canal is there, dam is there. At a similar time, how the government could increase the infrastructural facilities. So it is very difficult also for the government to increase the infrastructural facilities with the increment of the migration. So the people who are living in that particular area, they will also face a problem, and the people who are shifting from one place to the another place, they too also will face a problem of the shortage of the infrastructural facilities. Third reason is a problem of the environmental pollution. Now suppose if the person is moving from the one city to the another city. Now the city where he is living that city and is going to move to another city, the pollution of that another city will get increased. As I gave an example in the last point, that suppose if you are shifting from Rajkot to the Mumbai. Now in Mumbai the pollution will get increased. We will start using the vehicle will release the smoke, there will be again a pollution, air pollution will be again experienced. There will be a land pollution. Why the land pollution? Because you don't have enough money in your hand, so you will be dwelling at the slum areas. Or number of people will be living in the hutments. Now if they have a hutments at the roadsides, ultimately that hutments are going to provide the pollution problem only, because they are doing all the activities and in the hutment only. They are cooking in the hutment, they are living in the hutment, they are taking a bath in the hutment. So this kind of problems are going to give birth to the pollution, nothing else. And ultimately the pollution can increases just because of the migration. And the last point, that is the social levels. Social levels means what? Now suppose if you want to, if you are shifting from one area to the another area, from one city to the another city. Now in that city where you are shifting, you are not getting any kind of opportunities. You are indulging in the anti-social activities. Anti-social activities like what? Those activities which are again encouraging you to do the wrong things. Just like you can say you are going to deal with the activities like you can say theft, robbery, you get ready to do murder also, because you don't have any other opportunities in your hand. So ultimately you start doing the wrong things. So the social level also get increases just because of the migration. So these are the negative aspects of the migration. So I hope it is very clear to all of you what are the positive effects and the negative effects. Positive effects include the 2 points, that is again a growth of the income and the contribution towards the faster economic development, while the negative effects includes the unregulated urbanization, shortage of the infrastructural facilities, problems of the environmental pollution and the social levels. Go through the entire point, go through the video. If you have any doubt, we'll solve it. Thank you.